Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First up, the man accused of trying to shoot President Trump at his Florida golf course apparently had even bigger plans. According to prosecutors, he tried to buy a rocket launcher from Ukraine. Say what you want, but at least Ukraine knows how to turn a war into a nice little side hustle. Then, Representative Jasmine Crockett gave a speech at a church and made the case that we need illegal immigrants because, in her words, we done picking cotton. And just like that, she solved the border crisis by reintroducing slavery. We have the clip. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has allowed President Trump to continue deporting illegal alien gang members under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act. So the case is being yanked from Judge Boasberg in D.C. D.C. judges don't see illegal immigrants. They see future Democratic voters who just haven't filled out their registration forms yet. And finally, MSNBC trotted out a Princeton professor who says the only reason Americans elected Donald Trump was because they didn't want to elect a black woman. According to this guy, the only thing standing between America and collapse was Kamala Harris's approval rating. And we said, hard pass. We've got the clip. Okay, let's dive in. What if the shooter at the golf course would have had a rocket launcher? Prosecutors say that Ryan Routh, the man accused of trying to shoot President Trump at his Florida golf course, had also tried to buy a rocket launcher from Ukraine just weeks before his arrest. It's a good thing Ukraine has a waiting period for rocket launchers. According to court documents filed Monday, Routh tried to purchase the rocket launcher from someone he believed to be a Ukrainian with access to a haul of military-grade weapons. Honestly, if it had just filled out a diversity form and claimed to be gender non-conforming, Biden's Pentagon might have mailed him a Stinger for free. He allegedly requested an RPG or Stinger missile stating, "Trump is not good for Ukraine." Routh later asked about the price and whether the person could ship it to me. Hopefully he asked them to write on the box, "This is not a rocket launcher," just so it didn't look suspicious. It's being reported that the only reason why he didn't get the RPG was because some Ukrainian general already traded it for a condo in Dubai. While speaking at a Baptist church in Connecticut, Jasmine Crockett argued that the United States needs illegal immigrants so they can work out in the fields.
What immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
Imagine standing in a church talking about farming and somehow channeling both Karl Marx and a southern plantation owner simultaneously. Now that's talent. According to Jasmine, the one thing more important than border security is a workforce you can underpay and overwork. Don't think of them as people, think of them as unpaid farm equipment. The Supreme Court ruled that if you're going to challenge your deportation, you should at least know what state you're in. In a 5-4 decision, the United States Supreme Court has lifted Judge Boasberg's block on the Trump administration's effort to deport illegal alien gang members under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act. The Supreme Court justices found that the migrants had challenged their deportations in the wrong jurisdiction, Washington, D.C., instead of Texas, where they were being held. Who knew that filing paperwork in the correct jurisdiction would be the one law that these gang members couldn't figure out how to break? The gang members' lawyers defended filing in Washington, D.C., saying, well, that's where all the criminals go to avoid consequences. Progressives are still trying to figure out why President Trump won. Here's a Princeton professor on MSNBC who's got it all figured out.
And we chose a felon because we didn't want to elect a black woman. It's to say we would rather destroy the republic than for that to have happened. There's no amount of resistance that could come into play to actually force 78 million people to grapple with what motivated them to put themselves in this position.
The classic Ivy League professor analysis. 78 million Americans aren't just racist, they're republic-destroying racist. If America would really destroy the republic just to avoid Kamala Harris, isn't that kind of a red flag about Kamala Harris? Thanks for watching Headlines, everybody. If you know anyone out there that you think might enjoy any of my clips or my shows, please go ahead and share the links with them. That would be great. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.